Welcome to Security Brief Nigeria. Please, if you're new here, kindly subscribe to our channel. The headline: 34 killed in Kebbi terror attacks, plus 100 million ransom demand inside Nigeria's growing security crisis. In northwestern Nigeria, Kebbi State, a deeply troubling security crisis is unfolding, one that is shaking rural communities and testing the resolve of both resident and security agencies. In the span of just days, armed militants have launched coordinated deadly raids across multiple villages, leaving scores dead, while a separate armed group has issued a chilling 100 million ransom demand to a local community, threatening violence if the sum is not being paid. Today, we'll take you inside the story, this event, examining what happened, the motives behind this attack, the response from officials, and what it means for the broader security landscape in Nigeria. Massacre in Arewa district, Kebbi. At least 33 to 34 civilians were killed in a series of violent attacks by suspected Lakorewa militants in the Bui district of Arewa local government area of Kebbi State. According to official statement from the Kebbi State Police Command, this militant reportedly crossed into the district from Gudu local government area of neighboring Sokoto State, with the apparent intent to rustle cattle and forcefully impose control over vulnerable villages. In communities like Mamunu, Awasaka, Tugan, Toso, Kanso, Korun, Naidal, and Danmai Ago, residents mobilized, some trying to defend themselves and their livelihoods, but were overwhelmed by heavily armed attackers. Security agencies, including the military and police, have since intensified patrols and dominance operations in the affected areas in a bid to restore calm and prevent further assault. These attacks occur amid a backdrop of escalating unrest in northwestern Nigeria, where criminals and extremist elements exploit remote terrain and limited security presence to strike with relative impunity. The human cost and local response. The human toll of this raid is stark. Entire families have been shattered, villages plucked into fear, and survivors displaced from homes that now sit empty. Many residents have fled deeply into bushland or towards better protected towns. Local leaders have called on security services to do more than short-term reinforcements, urging long-term structures like early warning system and community protection measures. One police official emphasized that incidents involving heavily armed criminals element required coordinated security interventions, and urged residents not to take matter into their own hands, as engaging armed groups directly often result in more loss of life. The death of nearly 3 dozen civilians in a single coordinated assault has reignited debates among security analysts about how to adapt operational strategy, especially in border districts where militants can move swiftly between states with limited detection. Let's look at the new extortion threats. 100 million ransom warning. Just as the state reels from this deadly raid, another group suspected terrorists have delivered a chilling ransom demand to the Utono community in Ngashki local government area of Kebbi State. In a letter reportedly delivered to community leader, the group threatened violence unless 100 million naira is paid to them, a sum equivalent to a significant economic burden for most rural families and far beyond traditional protection payments. This is not a joke. The letter warned, adding that even security forces cannot stop them if the demand is not met. The reference to a previous attack on another community in Kwara, where villagers were reportedly killed after ignoring a similar warning, has heightened the sense of fear. State officials confirmed that additional security personnel have been deployed onto Otono and neighboring settlements, and that air surveillance and patrol have been mobilized to deter any potential assault. Residents remain on high alert, with many families making emergency safety plans and seeking assurances from authorities. Why this incident matters? Taken together, the attacks and ransom demand reflect two glaring security threats. One, militant violence. Armed groups using coordinated raids to kill, intimidate, and destabilize communities. Two, extortion threats. Criminal network attempting to leverage fear by demanding large sums of money, effectively weaponizing fear to extract wealth. Experts say these trends are systematic of a broader collapse in rural security infrastructure, particularly in border districts where insurgent elements can cross from neighboring states. Security forces are being stretched thin, responding to multiple hotspots across the northwestern, from Kebbi to Zamfara and Sokoto, as well as the well-documented insurgency in the northeastern part of Nigeria. Communities on the front line of these threats often feel abandoned and underprotected, yet they are also holding crucial local knowledge that can fit into early warning system and coordinated responses. What's next for Kebbi? This is what we should expect. Authorities have vowed to expand intelligence gathering and area domination patrol to stay ahead of insurgents movement and threats by the criminal element. They have also appealed to civilians to report suspicious activities rather than confronting these criminal elements or the attackers directly. Additionally, enhanced collaboration between police, military, and other joint task forces so as to the state of emergency agencies is expected, with an emphasis on proactive deterrence, not just reactive responses. State governments officials have reiterated their commitment to ensuring the safety of every community in the area, not just urban centers, but they acknowledge the immense challenges posed by remote terrains and well-armed groups. With security reinforcement deployed and taking operation on the west, residents are hopeful that these measures will break the cycle of violence and prevent further extortion threats from materializing into deadly assault. To me, what I have to say here in conclusion is that the twin crises in Kebbi, from devastating militant attack that left dozens dead to a bold ransom threats targeting an entire community, underscore the urgency of strengthening rural security in Nigeria's northwest. These events are not isolated incidents, but part of a worrying pattern that demand coordinated action from security agencies, community leaders, and policymakers. Please stay tuned to Security Brief Nigeria. Continue to bring you updates and in-depth breakthrough of this unfolding security situation in the country. Please do us a massive favor. Subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you are helping our channel to grow, and in return, you'll be receiving our news updates day by day. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll do well to reply to your opinion, which is your thoughts, from the comment section as well. And if you find this video interesting, please don't forget to share, like, comment, lastly subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Bye for now.